So I made this video because I want to explain what I do, who I am, and hopefully how I can help you. And I want to kind of bring it back to, I think, elementary school, where it's the 5 W's, and that is who, why, what, and where and when. Okay, so to start with the who. My name is Christina Supernaut. I am a mom of 2. I am also a certified personal trainer with specialties in pre- and postpartum fitness. Also, I specialize in pelvic floor health, and I have 2 main focuses here. And the first one being I help women with pelvic organ prolapses return to more intentional, progressive strength training that manages symptoms long term after pelvic floor therapy. So I'm kind of the second step, or the step after pelvic floor therapy, okay, to help transition you back into more traditional fitness. The second focus that I also do professionally is guidance for better fitness postpartum. So that is more pelvic floor awareness while healing healing your body postpartum and finding the strongest you, because that's my biggest thing is wherever you're at in your life, early postpartum, late postpartum, you need to find the strongest you right then and there. Okay, so why why do I do this? It all really stems from the lack that I personally felt most. And from this lack, it created this mission, this purpose. So I want to start with I've been there. And I think that's what qualifies me most to want to help you. Because I've taken my personal experiences and integrated a ton of professional training to create this very tangible guidance to help get you the results that you want, okay? And my story, so my story started out not knowing anything, and I had no idea what the pelvic floor was. I had no idea that POP was even a possibility until I was diagnosed at 18 months postpartum after my second baby. This was after a forceps delivery and 3rd-degree tear with the first birth. After the first birth, I had leakage. I had incontinence when I ran, when I jumped, when I sneezed. And then the second pregnancy and the second birth was a lot of intense pushing. I didn't know any different, okay? And after my second birth, I got into fitness. And when I got into fitness, she was 9 months old at the time. I did all the things. I did the burpees, I did the squat jumps, I did crunches, I did sit-ups. Again, because I didn't know anything different. I leaked, I had urgency, but I chopped it down to being just a normal mom thing, okay? And honestly, I think I kind of just put those things aside anyway, because fitness made me feel alive again. It made me feel like I was giving back to myself. I loved feeling strong. I loved seeing how my body was changing with strength training. And so that was my big motivator. And maybe it was kind of my downfall too, because I really didn't want to look at my symptoms or have to stop doing fitness at the time, right? And unfortunately, after my POP diagnosis, I was diagnosed with bladder prolapse and uterine prolapse. I was 29 years old. I honestly felt like my life was over at that point. I felt broken. I was afraid to move because I was worried about worsening my condition. I stopped exercising, and I didn't trust my body anymore. Pelvic floor therapy most certainly saved my life, and I know that POP isn't life-threatening, but it does a major impact on your mental status, and I know it did for me, and I'm sure that it did for you as well. Pelvic floor therapy gave me insight and knowledge into kind of how my body was functioning and how I could actually help to improve my quality of life. After therapy, I tried to get back into more traditional fitness routines and continue kind of improving my body, but at that point, I had a lot of trouble knowing how to progress. without undoing everything that I did in therapy. My fitness community at the time wasn't able to help me. And sadly, most of them were moms, and they actually leaked themselves. They also didn't know that there was ways to stop it, and they also didn't realize that by stopping it, you can actually increase the effectiveness of your fitness as well. So I took it to the web. I sought out mentors that I thought would align with my goals, but then also knew my struggles as well. Slowly, felt like forever, I kind of weeded through all those don'ts. You know, there's a huge list of don'ts, and then just all the noise that is on the web right now. And I found my people. And specifically, I found Dr. Sarah Duvall. She is a pelvic floor physical therapist. She taught me one of the most important lessons that I constantly think about to this day, and I base a lot of my methods on. It's not how you do exercise with POP. It's not the what as far as what you do for exercise with POP. It's the how you do it. So you have to learn how to shift your techniques, do things a little differently. But all in all, you don't have to be prisoned to these don'ts. So basically, I learned how to take my life back. So while going through my own fitness journey with POP, I realized that this huge lack was here in the system, and how much this guidance was truly, truly needed. So I decided to be that person for others. And I first started by just being a group fitness instructor in 2014 after working for over a decade in the animal field. So I completely changed careers. But that's how dedicated I was to this field and to this mission. I realized that I wanted to actually work more one-on-one with women, and so I became a personal trainer. And immediately I got certifications in pre- and postpartum specialists. And then I went on to get multiple certifications in pelvic floor health and fitness related. I can gladly say now that I am most certainly a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the pelvic floor and fitness, and whatever I don't have answers to, I will find them, or I will find the people that can give you those answers. Because I truly believe that this is worth it, because my daily intentional fitness that I do personally manages my own symptoms. It gives me the ability to do the fitness that I love and help me crush the fitness goals, the wellness goals that I've set for myself. My fitness has helped me take back my life from my POP diagnosis when I felt like my life was over. Okay? I'm no longer scared, and I'm no longer fearful. I feel able and strong, and that's how I plan to be for the rest of my life. So the what? My formula. So the formula is my framework. It's based on my mission. So for me to be able to carry out this mission to help women to be able to do the progressive strength training with POP and help them manage their symptoms long term, I created this formula from my years of personal and professional findings and trainings. Power over POP formula is designed to get you from the fear of movement to confident in your body's abilities again, while managing your symptoms and achieving your fitness goals. The Power Over POP formula is divided into 3 phases, and that is rediscover, relearn, and refocus. It's a 90-day, 12-week virtual program. And I'll talk more about the aspects of what virtual means in just a little bit. I want to break down these 3 phases for you, and so you get an idea of what you're getting in each of these phases. So phase 1, which is the rediscovery phase, it has you rediscovering and understanding your body right now, how it sits. And then taking that information and learning what your body needs from your fitness to be able to manage your symptom and crush those fitness goals without fear down the road, okay? So the first month is designed as a bridge from therapy. So it cements a lot of the concepts that you have already learned in therapy or should have learned in therapy. And then it helps you to then integrate that and relate that to your fitness down the road, okay, in the next couple of months. We cover what I consider mastering the ABCs, and that is optimal alignment, proper breathing. So what we're talking about when I talk about proper breathing is a 360-degree breathing pattern versus just belly or just chest. We're connecting with that pelvic floor, and we're learning how to manage the pressure within our system. This is a vital skill to be able to master in order to be able to progressively lift and move without bearing down into your pelvic floor, straining your pelvic floor, straining your POP symptoms anymore. The C is for ceasing tension, and we're ceasing total body tension, okay? Because when a muscle is holding tension, and this is a whole body approach, so looking at the whole body, it can become dysfunctional, okay? Because a muscle, in order for it to work properly, it needs to be able to lengthen and release. So if you're holding tension within muscles, it's going to get dysfunctional, which is going to affect all the other muscles surrounding it. So we need to pinpoint where you're holding tension and how it is affecting your symptoms as well. I also get you moving in this first month. So I get you moving with the walk more, walk better techniques, okay? Walking better and walking more is the first and best thing you can do to improve your pelvic floor health. It's going to help you to start decreasing those unwanted symptoms. It's going to improve your cardio health. It's going to increase those good hormones. It's going to make you feel good, especially if you get yourself outside. It's going to reduce the stress, and it's going to start to promote fat loss if that is one of your goals. This first phase, this section is packed with a ton of information. So you might opt in to meeting with me 3 times a week during this first month because there's a lot of information that maybe you need some further guidance on, and that is perfectly fine. But you're going to learn the ins and outs of what your pelvic floor is itself. You're going to learn what the core is made of, and you're going to understand a little bit more deeper of what abdominal separation and pelvic floor dysfunction, how they come kind of hand in hand. So moving into phase 2, so this is your relearning phase. You are going to apply everything that you learned from phase 1, and you're going to start to integrate it into relearning your foundational movements. So that is your squat, your hip hinge, your push, your pull, and your core work, okay? You would be amazed how often just shifting a couple of techniques with these foundational movements and how much of a huge impact it has on your symptoms and your overall health in general. I've heard it countless times from multiple clients now. They say they thought they always knew how to do a specific exercise correctly, but with my coaching, they realized in fact that maybe they weren't doing it exactly right. But by them being willing to kind of change up some things, change up some techniques, they actually start to feel the correct muscles working, and they stop straining their pelvic floor. Basically, they're making their fitness routine much more effective in the long run and becoming more intentional. And I cannot tell you how much being more intentional within your fitness, within your movements, within your lifting, how much of a huge benefit that is going to have on you. I promise you, if you take the time to be intentional, learn how to be intentional, it has huge, huge payoffs, okay? So within this section, so phase 2, you are going to get introduced to my 10 minutes a day to strong program. I created this program in the last year or so in light of all the stressors that are going on in our world right now. I really didn't want exercise to pile on. I didn't want it to be just another stressor that you are adding to your day. I also didn't want it to be an all or nothing thing. I want you to feel like you can do this and it's attainable. And that way you can build that motivation and start building those habits. So all I ask, this is what the 10 minutes a day to strong is all I ask for a minimum of 10 minutes a day of exercise, of intentional exercise, okay? We can even work the exercise into your daily life if needed. You don't need to do a whole, isolated area in your room and have it be a big thing. We can integrate it into your daily activities. Maybe you're taking a break from the office. Maybe you are cleaning the kitchen or something like that, or playing with your kids. We can integrate the exercise into your everyday life. Not a problem. I do want you to think about, though, all the things that you do throughout your day that potentially are wasting 10 minutes. So think about the idea that you had 10 minutes to spare, and think about the things like scrolling Facebook or Instagram or watching mindless TV or snacking. Any of those things that you do for 10 minutes a day, you could be actually committing to improving your pelvic floor health and overall health in general, okay? Basically what I'm saying is you have 10 minutes. And if you have more time, I can customize it. I can show you how to customize it to add more time to that 10 minutes. So you could do a 20-minute workout. You could do a 30-minute workout. We can customize it to your life, okay? So I kind of already touched on this, but the coolest thing about these 10 minutes a day to strong programs is that it's going to build that motivation, okay? Small actions every day are going to build motivation. So strong actions, just a little bit here and there, are going to help to build and build and build. And when that does, that builds those habits I was just talking about. So habits form, exercise and fitness and wellness become just a part of your life. It doesn't become another chore, it just becomes part of your life. I want you to realize that you can't wait for motivation. You have to create it yourself. So if you're just waiting around just to see when motivation will hit you in the face there, it's not going to happen. You need to take action in order to create the motivation. So into that last phase, so phase number 3 now, we are going to go into refocus. We're going to refocus our fitness mindset. And honestly, this is really where the magic happens, and this is where we really have a lot of fun, to be perfectly honest with you. And so here, we refocus the concept, the mission, and the goals of your fitness. We take away all the punishing mindset thinking of our bodies. We ate this, now we got to run on the treadmill for 10 minutes. And we demolish that mindset that we need to shrink ourselves in order to feel worthy and accepted by society. Okay? Society, the fitness world has created this, and it's hurting our moms. It really, really is. And if you take that step to change that mindset, and then others do, eventually we'll get to the point where strong is going to be more important than what we physically look like. But we'll start small. So this refocusing, we instead focus on that functionality and finding our strongest selves, okay? We focus on powering over our POP symptoms and breaking free of the fear and being able to feel able again, because especially with the POP, I know with me, that ability to not feel able, that was a huge, huge impact on myself, on my psyche. Within this last phase 2, we're going to focus on the goal of taking control over our bodies again and not letting POP control us. We're going to focus on improving our daily lives and enjoying our activities with our family and friends without worrying about how it's affecting our POP. We're going to be confident in our body movements. We're not going to be constantly worrying about it, because it's a domino effect. When we worry about our POP, we cause anxiety. When we have anxiety, we cause stress, right? And then when we cause stress, we cause tension within our body. And just like what we talked about in that phase 1, tension causes dysfunction within muscles. So in essence, us worrying constantly about this POP is actually defeating the purpose of what we're trying to do here. So our goal is to not have to think about it all the time. That's one of the big things. All of these things I just talked about are the main reason and the main focus I want you to do fitness. Things like fat loss increased lean muscle mass and toning and body shaping, all of those should be byproducts of this awesome workout that's going to first give you those other things. Okay? I believe with all my heart that a quality fitness program will give you those physical things like the fat loss, like the increased muscle mass and the toning, but it can't be the focus. It can't be the focus point. I show you through this phase that your fitness routine should make life easier, okay? Not harder. I kind of think back to those memes where it's like leg day and you see the person in the mirror with just their arm up and it's a leg day so they can't function. That's not an intentional functioning fitness program. That is going way too hard, and then you have to rest for 2 days and you're not functional to do life. So your fitness program should make life easier, not harder, okay? That's one of the biggest takeaways. I also believe that life itself is a workout. So being intentional in fitness should carry over into improving the movements you do throughout your day, okay? So it should improve your life. Power Over Pop formula is my baby, yet just like any baby, it's always growing and it's always improving. I am a continued self-learner. I have ideas for different courses that I want to take in the future, and I'm constantly making new connections with other professionals to learn and grow from them as well. So things will only get better as time goes on, I promise you. So what does it look like to work with me? And where can you find the Pelvic or Power Over Pop formula? As of right now, all my services are virtual. The pandemic has kind of forced me to move everything online, but honestly, it has been amazing, and it's honestly where I feel I have the most impact currently anyway. Many of the women that I work with feel more comfortable working on their fitness and their pelvic floor health in the comfort of their own homes. I know I do personally. And so for a flat fee, so a monthly fee, or at a discount with a one payment, I provide a full digital course, so step-by-steps that's going to take you through all 3 of those phases that we work through together in one-on-one coaching. The number of one-on-one coaching sessions can depend on what need you have and what guidance level you need. I could see you once a month. I could see you 3 times a week. We figure out a plan that works best for you, and that doesn't change the price at all. In addition to the one-on-one coaching and the digital course, you're going to have a personalized exercise app that you will receive all of your daily exercises on. This app has an awesome tracking feature on it that's going to help you kind of map out your progress and see how you're doing, okay? I personally love checking things off. So this app and being able to check off each one of my exercises and each one of my routines every day is right up my alley. The exercise app itself has 24/7 two-way messaging to me and the ability to send me videos that I will evaluate and send notes back to you. And this is in between our coaching sessions. Within the app, there's also a private group, and that is of women that are traveling very similar paths as you are. And you can use it to help you gain even more motivation to continue by hearing their stories, seeing what they're doing, and sharing your journey as well. The app also has the ability to explore the concept of mindful nutrition. This is the nutrition that I promote and I put with my fitness programs. It's basically, this is being more intentional, not just with your fitness, but also with what you eat. And this app will help you track your daily intake and help you to see how your intake and your food and what you're eating is affecting your energy, your mood, and even your symptoms. So there's a lot of lifestyle training within this program as well, and that happens a lot in phase 1, and you'll be able to start tracking it through this app. My main focus is for you to look at nutrition as balanced and get to know your body and its needs, and also how that surrounds and complements your wellness goals. So after the 90 days, so after the Power Over Pot formula is done, I promise I will not leave you hanging. Promise. You can actually choose to continue to work with me at a rate that we determine depending on how much guidance you need, and how you're progressing and where you're at as far as your fitness level and your strengthening level. So promise I won't leave you. I'm here for the long haul. All right, so how do you physically start working with me, okay? And what is kind of the enrollment process? As of right now, I have open enrollment, but I do require a consultation, which is free to you. During this consultation, I want you to tell me your story. I want to see where you're at in your journey. Through that, we will determine if we're right to work together. Because I'm not right for everyone, so I need to know that you can be successful with me and I can be successful with you. Through this consultation too, I also recommend if working with me is the next step or what your next step should actually be. Under this video, I will have a sign-up link, and that sign-up link is going to take you to a very simple form just for you to fill out. When you fill out that form, I will email you back and we'll set up a day and time to get together and connect. The free consultation, it lasts about 30 minutes. If it lasts longer, that's perfectly fine. I do account for that. The other awesome thing that I do with my Power Over Pot formula and my services and my program working with me is I give you a 14-day money-back guarantee. So after 14 days, if you don't think that the program is right for you, if you want to withdraw, if other things come up that we can't work through, then you will get your money back 100%. So 14-day money back guarantee with working with me. I want to end this video by just saying I have felt in general so drawn to this line of work and have found such joy in helping and seeing other women that were in the same place as I was years ago, seeing them improve the quality of life and taking back their life in general, taking back that control, feeling able, feeling strong again. These women then go on to enlighten others and share their stories of hope and accomplishment, which then pulls other women that are kind of suffering in silence out. It's kind of a pay it forward type of gig, which is awesome feeling, and a really feel good job that I just really, really enjoy doing every single day. So if all of this sounds right up your alley, sounds like what you need right now, maybe you found yourself doing a little fist bumping, maybe I do it throughout this video, then awesome. I really want you to click on that link below, fill out the form, we'll get our free consultation set up, and I really can't wait to connect and hear your story and start telling you how I can help you.